What you looking at?
Oh, nothing. What might it be that you've got in that box?
Well, it might be a parrot, or it might be a canary, maybe. But it ain't. It's only just your frog.
So it is. Well, what's he good for?
Well, he's good enough for one thing. He can outjump any frog in Calaveras County.
Ribbit.
Well, I don't see no points about that frog that's better than any other frog.
Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you understand frogs, and maybe you don't understand them. Maybe you've had experience, and maybe you ain't just only an amateur, as it were. Anyways, I got my opinion, and I'll risk $40 that he can outjump any frog in Calaveras County.
Ribbit.
Well, I'm only a stranger here, and I ain't got no frog. But if I had a frog, I'd bet you.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. If you hold my box a minute, I'll go get you, frog.
Does your frog have a name?
Why, his name is Daniel Webster, just like the famous American statesman. Now you watch him while I fetch you another. Here, froggy. Here, froggy, toady, froggy. I got some nice juicy flies for you. Bzzz, bzzz. Look at me, I'm a big delicious horsefly. Bzzz.
All right. Let's stop everything for a moment. Take a look at this scene. Now, the man looking for a frog is named Jim Smiley, the most curious man you ever did meet. Jim Smiley would bet on anything. If you took one side, he'd bet on the other just to bet on something. He was always ready and willing to take a chance. If there was a horse race, you'd be certain to find him. If there was a cat fight, he'd bet on it. If there were two birds sitting on a fence,
I wager that bluebird will fly away first. Woohoo! I win!
if he saw a straddlebug start to go anywhere, Jim Smiley would bet you how long it took to get wherever that bug was a-going to.
Come on! Come on! Get, Straddlebug, get! 4, 3, 2, 1! To the top of the barrel in 4 hours and 25 minutes, just as I predicted. I win! Woohoo! Well, hello, Parson Walker.
Hello, Jim Smiley.
How's your wife doing these days?
Well, she laid sick for a good long while, and it seemed like she wasn't going to get no better. But by the blessing of Providence, I am optimistic that she's a-gonna pull through.
Well, I'll wager 2.5 she don't. Have a good day, Parson.
Yeah. Well, you get the idea. Jim Smiley was a fool. A gambling fool. An excellent example of all it takes is ignorance and confidence, and your success is sure.
Jim Smiley, he was a gambling fool. He never knew no better, 'cause he never went to school. He never learned a lesson, so he'll never understand, because he never loses. He's a lucky, lucky man. Oh, Jim Smiley.
Buzz a buzz a buzz, me a big juicy fly, and oh looky, I think I'll pick you. There, you look nice and slow, just perfect to race again my froggy.
Hey. Clem feel froggy, so he jumped.
Steady, Clem. Don't let the lily pad hit you on the way out.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, then we'll just save you a piece of shoe fly pie.
You fly pie.
Oh, hush. Bye.
Bye.
Hey there, I done got you a frog, and a good... He's a ready to go.
And Daniel Webster, your frog is asleep. Which suits me just fine. Okay then, how does this work?
Well, we get ourselves a starting point, and then a ending point. Then say go, and the first frog to cross the finish line is the winner. And that winner gets $40 from the loser.
I don't know.
You afraid my sleeping frog will beat your frog?
No. Let's start the race right now.
Alrighty, that post there is the finish line. On your marks, get set.
Go!
Ho, come on, froggies, jump. You better be the winner. Ho, ye frogs with warts and bumps, don't want to end up dinner. Frog legs, that is. Now Clem, he is a leaper, and faster than they fly. Daniel Webster is a sleeper, he lets Clem go on by. Oh, Dan Webster stays asleep until Jim Smiley tells him, get! That there frog would wake right up faster than you could spit. Oh, come on, froggies, jump. Ye better be the winner. Oh, ye frogs with warts and bumps, don't want to end up dinner. No,
I win! Woohoo!
Jim Smiley, he was a gambling fool. He never knew no better, cause he never went to school. He never learned a lesson, so he'll never understand, because he never loses. He's a lucky, lucky man, oh, Jim Smiley.
I can't believe it. Can't believe it. That Jim Smiley must be a lucky, lucky man. I think I just may cry.
Well, how about that, Daniel Webster? Shoo-wee! We sure did pull the wool over his eyes. Ha ha! Not just him, but every rube that's come my way.
What? Now I really can't believe it. Me, taken for a fool. Oh, boo.
I am so proud of you. In fact, I am monstrously proud of you. People will come from far and wide to race the celebrated jumping frog of Calaveras County. That'd be you. But no one, not nobody, can ever beat me.
Ribbit.
Thanks, of course, to you, Daniel Webster.
Excuse me. I've come from far and wide to race the celebrated jumping frog of Calaveras County.
Well, welcome, stranger. Look no further. Direct your eyes to the great Daniel Webster, the very frog of which you speak.
Ribbit.
Well, I don't see no points about that frog that's better than any other frog.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you understand frogs, maybe you don't understand them. I've got my opinion, and I'll risk $40 that he can outjump any frog in Calaveras County.
Ribbit.
Well, I'm only a stranger here, and I ain't got no frog. But if I had a frog, I'd bet you.
This seems awful familiar. Have we met?
Why, yes, that would be no.
Just stay here with my froggy a minute and I'll go and get you another. Here, froggy, froggy. Here, froggy, toady, froggy. Look at me. I'm a big, juicy, creepy, crawling centipede. Count my legs. 1, 2, 3, 5.
All right then, he's gone for now, but I ain't got much time. Oh, open your mouth, Daniel Webster. Open your mouth and let me fill it with this here quail shot. There. That'll add 5 pounds to you, I'll wager. Take that, Jim Smiley. Just try to get your frog to hop now.
Here you go, stranger. The finest frog I ever did see.
He looks mighty fine. Mighty fine indeed. The winner gets $40 from the loser.
Make it 80.
You're on.
That post there is the finish line. On your marks. Get set. Go!
Ho, ho, come on, froggies, jump. Ye better be the winner. Ho, ho, ye frogs with warts and bumps, don't want to end up dinner. Frog legs, that is. Oh, oh, Dan Webster stays asleep until Jim Smiley tells him, get! Think that there frog would wake right up, but wait, something just ain't right. Oh, oh, come on, froggies, jump. Ye better be the winner. Oh, oh, Daniel Webster, jump. Don't want to end up dinner. Nope.
I win! I beat the famous jumping frog of Calaveras County. Haw, haw!
Daniel Webster, what happened to you? You appear to look mighty baggy somehow. Oh, this is a sad, sad day. I just can't take this kind of disappointment. Come on, let's go. Daniel Webster, what have you been eating?
So, from that day forward, Jim Smiley gave up his gambling ways. Now there are no mistakes in life, only lessons to be learned. And he learned a hard lesson that day, something that happens to the best of us. Life is filled with learning experiences and stepping stones. This is certain and inescapable. So, what about Jim Smiley? Well, he became a proper man, finished school, and learned how to read. A man who will not read has no advantage over one who cannot. So he read and did well for himself. You can do the same. Best to start with the finest writer of all time, a fella by the name of Mr. Samuel Clemens. You know him better by his pen name, Mark Twain. But before I go, some singing frogs.
Oh, Jim Smiley once was a gambling fool. He got a lot of smarter 'cause he went right back to school. He clearly learned a lesson, so he'll always understand, and now he never loses. Oh, he's a lucky, lucky man. Oh, Jim Smiley.